Hello, my name is Erin Durborow. I'm a health and phys ed teacher at Eisenhower Intermediate School in Bridgewater, New Jersey. This is Ellen Urbanowicz.
Hello.
And she is the school nurse here at Eisenhower Intermediate. We want to tell you the story about last November. It was November 11th of 2013, and it was a normal day. I was actually going to come into school to tell everyone that I was pregnant and would be having a baby in May. So I was about 13 and a half weeks pregnant, and everything was great. I felt totally normal until the middle of fourth period when Mary Ellen is going to tell you the story about what happened.
So I was on my way out to lunch, and I was stopped at the doorway of the health office, and the phys ed teacher said, "Come quick, Erin's on the floor." And I said, "Erin's on the floor, what do you mean?" He says, "Well, I was talking to her, and all of a sudden I walked away, and I heard a thump. Erin went down on the floor. When I approached Erin, she was appearing to have a seizure. So I turned her over to her left side, and she turned blue. So I immediately asked the other phys ed teacher who had cleared the students from the gym to obtain the AED, and it was right on the wall in the gym. So we brought the AED over to me, and we applied it. At that point, the AED actually advised us to shock Erin. So I did. I pressed the yellow button and shocked, delivered the shock. Unfortunately, she went back into what we later found out to be ventricular fibrillation, and she was then resumed CPR. I resumed CPR on her again, and then it again advised us to shock again. This happened two more times, so she was shocked a total of 3 times, when then she finally was revived. At that point, the police had arrived on the scene. She was administered oxygen and was taken away by the paramedics with a monitor on her that was being transmitted over to the emergency room. However, at that point, I found out that Erin was 13 and a half weeks pregnant, and I had to confirm that with her husband, because when I asked her, she said no. So anyway, we found out that Erin was indeed 13 and a half weeks pregnant, and now we have a 4.5, is it 4.5, Erin?
Yes.
4.5 month healthy baby boy by the name of Sean, and we'd like to introduce him via a picture.
Yes.
So we have,
So I was incredibly fortunate that day that we had the AED available in the gym, and this is my beautiful little boy. And again, healthy, happy, 4-month-old, but all because we had the AED available and readily accessible in the gym.